and we're going to go ahead and get started. What I would like is we're going to open up with the welcome, and I'm going to be, when we have the guest speaker, what I like is that let me pull up the program, that we all hide our videos so that we can just focus on him and what message he wants to deliver to us. So today what we're going to be celebrating is your completion of the GPI Federal Procurement Training Program. I know how much effort and how much I kind of beat you all up every week for 24 weeks, but I felt it was necessary that we actually celebrate your accomplishments, because no one really celebrates when you start a business. Just as when I left my business, when I left the government, everyone was looking at me, meaning, you're going to leave your good government job? Absolutely. So I appreciate all of you for taking that leap of faith and actually joining us in the program and applying it. I'm not going to spend too much time with this. Brandon, for some reason, you're sharing your screen and then you're taking over the screen. So I'm going to get rid of your screen for some reason. All right. And I'm going to turn it over to Stacy. So if we all could cut off our video and listen to what Stacy will be sharing for the message for the day, and then we'll come back on when we begin to issue your certificates, okay? All right, Stacy, thank you again. For those of you who've been with me, you know that Stacy has really been with me through the thick and thin, and she was really one of my students from SBA, where she was actually took what she learned through the program and applied it. And I'm just so, so proud of Miss Stacy. And again, I'm going to stop everyone else's video except for Stacy, so we can really focus on what message she wants to deliver to us today. So Stacy, you can go ahead and take it over, my dear.
Good afternoon, Paula. Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to talk to these graduates. I'm super excited. I just want to say how grateful I am. I'm Stacy Mollison, president of Libra Management Group, and how grateful I am for your tutelage. Anytime I get an opportunity to speak to people who have completed your program, I really want them to understand the significance of what they've just retained and the knowledge base that they're starting off with. I was fortunate enough along my journey into government contracting to meet Paula down at SBA. And were it not for the information, the knowledge, and the mentorship that she provided to me, I would have not been able to be as successful as I am in the federal government space. So first things first, congratulations to every single person on this on this Zoom call that has completed the program. You guys are awesome. I think the most important thing about getting into the arena is just consistency. I think if persistence and consistency is the number one reason that people are successful in the federal contracting space. It's overwhelming. It's a lot to take in, and it's challenging in terms of navigating the process. But just being able to complete the program and finish, that I think in itself speaks to the dynamic group of people that are on, that are graduating today. What Paula has given you, the knowledge, it really puts you about, I consider, 2 years ahead of most of the people that are now coming into the federal contracting space. The wealth of information, it took me about 2 years to learn all the information that Paula has now condensed into those 3 classes. And it's given me the opportunity to really learn the strategy of the process. So I want to say to you guys, you're graduating today, and you're like, what's next? And I'm just going to give like 3 little tidbits about what I think is next for you, and offer my continued collaboration with you guys. Any information that you'd like to get, I'm always available to Paula's students for any information. Several have reached out to me to get guidance. And so the 3 things that I think that that you should be aware of now that you've graduated. What should you do, particularly in a virtual environment? So first things first is really the tactics that Paul taught you about really strategically looking at 5 agencies and really getting to know what you need to do for those agencies. Now more than ever, the virtual environment, I think, makes it a level playing field for a lot of people that are starting out. So I think that you need to take the opportunity to recognize who your 5 agencies are and try to attend as many of those virtual industry days as you can. Now more than ever, contracting officers are receiving information virtually. So now is a good time to send those capability statements out. And now it's a really good time also to make sure that you are emailing those capability statements and following up for the opportunity. So that's the first thing, using the virtual environment to your advantage. The next thing, number 2, I think, is really with the PPP and with all the issues related to helping minority businesses, there's a lot of opportunities out there right now for minority business to get access to capital. Please, 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 please make sure that you're working on getting business credit cards and also looking to get an opportunity to get a business loan or getting a line of credit, utilizing the environment to your advantage. And the third thing is follow-up and mentorship and staying engaged. Paula has so many great people that are still connected with her organization, so many great training programs. My advice to you is continue to educate yourself, gain the knowledge, and stay connected with GPI so you can continue to get strategic help in furthering your career.
Oh, thank you, Miss Stacy. That was wonderful. Please take heed. Again, she's one of my most successful proteges, and she's applied what she's learned in a matter of 5 years. So thank you, Stacy, for your words of wisdom and encouragement.
You're welcome.
I am so excited to introduce our next keynote speaker, Dr. Willie Jolley. Dr. Jolley I actually met him about 2 months ago, but I've always been a fan of his, and he may not even realize that, but I've listened to his message for many, many years. He's been around the world, as they said, and he's been impactful for a lot of organizations. With that being said, I'm just going to let you go ahead and provide your words of wisdom and motivation so that our CEOs can know what they can do and thrive in this environment now. So, Dr. Jolley.
Well, thank you, Paula. I appreciate that introduction and that nice, kind word. Well, I have only just a minute, only 60 seconds in it. Forced upon me, can't refuse it. Didn't seek it, didn't choose it, but it's up to me to use it. I must suffer if I lose it, give account if I abuse it. It's just a tiny little minute, but our eternities are wrapped up in it. I want to first give a thank you to Paula Watts for her vision, for the GPI program. And then I also want to give a shout out to Sherry Tolliver, who told me about a Paula Watts and connected us. And so I want to shout out Sherry Tolliver, who's a tremendous part of the organization and a tremendous person in her own right. I want to then congratulate the graduates and say, well done. You've done a great job or a great work. But I also want to do a couple of other things as I congratulate you and celebrate you and appreciate you. I also want to motivate you. I want to motivate you because I want you to take what you've learned from Paula and now turn those lessons into magnificent organizations and empires. And so we start today with a couple ideas just to talk about what it's going to take as you go to the next level. First of all, you're now going to be stepping into a place where you're becoming entrepreneurs. And an entrepreneur, by its definition, is someone who designs and determines their destiny. Let me say that again. An entrepreneur is someone who designs and determines their destiny. And I think back in my life, some years ago, I had the honor of speaking at the Black Enterprise annual conference. I was a keynote speaker. And I shared my entrepreneurial story, not this part that many people know me by now with my books and radio and television, but the entrepreneurial story where I got the seed planted. See, my dad was an entrepreneur. My mama was a school teacher. And every morning she'd wake up, she'd go downstairs and start cooking breakfast for my brother and I. I would hear my father when I'd come downstairs in the basement working as a newspaper man, an independent newspaper man, independent journalist, an entrepreneur, tapping out an old Underwood typewriter. Bing! So he would be down there early in the morning. Mom would come down, cook breakfast for my brother and I, and then she'd be off to school after she had prepared breakfast. About 8:45, my dad would come upstairs and say, "Okay, guys, it's time for for you to take you to school." So he'd get us in the car. We go around the corner to the schoolhouse, to William B. Powell School, an elementary school in Washington, D.C. And as we were preparing to leave the car, we would hear the other parents say to their children, "Okay, Sally, what are you supposed to do today?" "Go to school, get a good education so I can get me a good job." And they say, "Okay." And then you hear another parent say, Billy, what are you supposed to do today?" "Go to school, get a good education so I can get me a good job." And you'd hear that a number of times. And then my dad, he would stop for us before we would get out the car and say, "Okay, guys, what are you supposed to do today?" We say, "Dad, we're supposed to go to school. We're supposed to get an incredible education so we can create some good jobs." He poured that into us as children, and both my brother and I grew up to be entrepreneurs. And so I'm challenging you now. If you're stepping into a new arena as an entrepreneur, that you will be designing and determining your destiny. And in order to determine your destiny, I want to give you 3 Ds for determining your destiny as you go forward. The first D is that you must understand before we get to the D's, the destiny is, Barack Obama said something I love a lot. He said, "Destiny is not a thing to be waited for. It is a place that you create. It's something that you desire and determine and you create. You don't just wait for destiny." We often hear people say, "You'll miss your destiny." No, your destiny is something that you say, "I'm going to create my destiny." Now, in order to do that, you got to have those 3 D's. First D is dream. Scripture says, "Without a vision, a people perish." But with a vision, a people will flourish. Michael Jordan was asked in an interview, what made him such a great basketball player? His answer was, when he was in high school, he got cut from the basketball team for not being good enough. He went home that night and dreamed about doing impossible things with a basketball because he wanted to prove to the coach that the coach had made a mistake. Once he saw it in here, he tried it out there. And once he tried it, he knew he could do it. Duke Ellington was asked how he created such great music. He said, "I dream a lot." Walt Disney was asked how he created Disneyland after having 2 nervous breakdowns, going bankrupt, having to sell his house, lose his car, live on the street for a while. His answer was, "Because I kept on dreaming." Muhammad Ali was asked how he revolutionized the boxing industry. So people would flock to see him fight. He said, I created a personality in my mind that people either loved or they hated. Those who loved me came to see me win. Those who hated me came to see me lose. In the meantime, every seat was taken. I'm encouraging you to get a big dream for your business, for your future, for your family, for yourself. And get that dream so big that when you even start to think about it, it will scare you. And if you share it with people, they will laugh at you because they'll be so outrageous. But those outrageous dreams are the ones that fuel the fire for incredible success. So I'm encouraging you to dream big. You know, MLK, Dr. Martin Luther King said on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial, I have a dream. Now, he talked about that dream, but where did he get that dream? Oh, I love that. In one of my books, Turned Setbacks into Greenbacks, there's a piece in here that talks about the power of where that dream came from Dr. Martin Luther King. Imagine this story. It's a hot summer day. The year is 1944. The campus is Morehouse College. We're on the campus of Morehouse College on this hot day in 1944 in the summer, and there's a knock on the door of the president, Dr. Benjamin Elijah Mays. He says, come in. The big wooden door swings open, and in the doorway is a man and a teenage boy. Dr. Mays jumped to his feet to go grab the hand of the man, Martin Luther King Sr., Daddy King. He says, come on in, Daddy King. Daddy King steps in, but he brings the young teenager with him. He said, Dr. Mays, I know you're busy. I'm not going to take a lot of your time. I just wanted to introduce you to my son, ML. Well, his real name is Martin Luther King Jr., but we call him ML. And he's a smart boy, just graduated from high school at 15. And he's going to college here in the fall. He's a smart boy. He's a bright boy. He's got everything except one thing, and I need a big favor. No, I don't need tuition. No, I don't need room and board. It's bigger than both of those. I want you to teach my son how to dream big dreams. I want you to teach my boy how to dream impossible dreams. And Dr. Mays gave young ML a piece and said, yeah, young man, read this piece every day and it'll change your life. And young ML read that piece every day and it changed his life. And one day I got hold of that piece and I started reading it every day and it changed my life. And then I put it in my book. I put it in this book. I put it in my book. It only takes a minute to change your life. I put it in a number of my books. And people started emailing me almost immediately from around the globe. That I read that piece in your book. It's so profound, yet so simple. It simply reads, it must be borne in mind that the tragedy of life does not lie in not reaching your goal. No. The tragedy lies in not having a goal to reach for. It is not a calamity to die with your dreams unfulfilled, but it is a calamity not to dream. It is not a disaster to be unable to capture your ideals. But it is a disaster to have no ideals to capture. It is not a disgrace not to reach the stars. But it is a disgrace to have no stars to reach for. Not failure, but low aim is sin. So in this moment, I want to encourage you to dream big dreams. Number 2D is decide. The word decision is taken from the Greek word to cut. If you make an incision, you cut in. If you make a decision, you cut off. And if you're going to be a great entrepreneur, if you're going to be a great business leader, if you want to be someone who creates great wealth for your family and your future, then you're going to have to make tough decisions and cut off negative people. You're going to have to cut them off. And unfortunately, some of those negative people are going to be in your inner circle. They're going to be in your family. They're going to be people who actually love you. They're not trying to be mean-spirited. They just happen to suffer from possibility blindness. Oh, you're going to start a business in the middle of a pandemic? Oh my goodness. You're going to start a business in these tough economic times? Oh my goodness. You better stay where you're at. Better get you a good government job. And they're going to try and discourage you. And they think they're helping you. But let me let you in on a secret. It's painful either way. If you do nothing with your life, it's going to be painful. If you go out here and become the next Bill Gates, Jeff Bezos, Warren Buffett, it's going to be painful. So I say you got to go through pain. Anywho, you might as well go for the gusto. So I'm encouraging you, don't listen to negative people. They will kill your dreams. I remember when I was in junior high school, I used to play trumpet with a band. And every day I go to band practice, play my trumpet. My parents would say to me, "Why aren't you singing with that band?" I said, "Really?" They said, "You sing at school, you sing at church, you sing in the choir at churches. Hey, you should sing." I said, "Really?" They got me all pumped up. I went to band practice that day and I said, "Guys, can I sing tonight?" They said, "Yeah, go ahead and sing." And I started singing and everybody said it sounded good except one guy who I thought was my best friend. He was the lead singer and he started laughing. And the mob mentality took over and everybody else started laughing. I was humiliated. I thought about this big. I wanted to cry, but I couldn't let my buddies see me cry. So I fought back to tears. I went over in the corner and said, "I'll never sing again as long as I live." And for 3 years, I kept that vow. I didn't sing at home, at school, at church. I would not even sing at people's birthday parties when everybody sang happy birthday because I was ashamed. 3 years went by. One night I'm playing my trumpet in a nightclub and the band leader gets a note. Singer can't sing. Like singer can't come, sick. And he looked around and said, "Somebody got to sing. We got a full nightclub." He said, "Somebody got to sing." He looked at me, "Willie, come on over and you can just sing and fill in." I said, "No, I can't sing." He said, "No, I want you to sing." I said, "No, I can't sing." He said, "I want you to sing." I said, "I don't care what you want. I don't care what you want. I'm not singing for you and nobody else." He said, "Who you getting an attitude with?" I said, "I'm not singing." He said, "Yes, you will tonight." I said, "No, I won't. Sing. No, sing." He said, "You either sing or you're fired." Feelings. At that point, it became an easy choice. I closed my eyes and sang as loud as I could, strong as I could. And when I opened my eyes, people had stopped dancing and were just looking. And I sang and they clapped. And I sang and they clapped. End of the night, people lined up here, lined up there, lined up over here. As I sang at their wedding, at their graduation, at their reception, at this or that. Finally hit me like a ton of bricks that my friend had lied to me. Well, since that time, I've sung on Broadway, Carnegie Hall, Kennedy Center. You've heard my voice on jingles for Pizza Hut, making it great. BET, Black Entertainment TV. I sang jingles for many years. I did nightclubs for many years. I won many awards. I have a number of songs that I've traveled around the country singing and around the world. And once I started speaking, mixing my speaking and singing, it really had an impact. And I say that to say, don't listen to negative people. They will kill your dreams. So first, you got to dream big, outrageous dreams. Second, you got to decide to stay away from negative people. Decide to stay away. Number 3, you got to do. You must take action. A vision without an action is an illusion. And an action without a vision is mere confusion. But a vision and action can give your life a transfusion. And when you start that process, when y'all go after some of these contracts, you will, not maybe, you might, you will have setbacks. You're going to have setbacks. But I want to encourage you that you should not stop, because a setback is nothing but a setup for a comeback. Many people around in the world know me for my book, A Setback Setup for a Comeback. Many people listen to me every morning on the Get Up Morning show, Get Up Morning with Erica Campbell radio show at 8:20 Eastern Time, 7:20 Central, with my daily 1-minute message that gives people a comeback strategy. Some listen to me on Sirius XM where I tell people how to come back. I talk about comebacks. And here's one of the things I love out of the book. It's a story about the struggles you're going to have. A little boy going through a forest comes upon an emperor moth, struggling to make the transformation from a moth to a butterfly. He looks at his struggles to get through the opening in that small cocoon and that little teeny weeny opening. And he looks at his struggles to get his big body through that small opening. He looks at his struggles. Finally, he takes out a penknife. Out falls a bug that's neither a moth nor a butterfly. He says, "Fly," but it could not fly because his wings were undeveloped. He went to get his grandfather. "Grandfather, why won't it fly?" The grandfather said, "What did you do?" I cut a slit to make it easy. He said, "That was where the mistake was made." See, it is that struggle, that going through that struggle of pushing his big body through the small opening, that it forces the fluid out the body into the wings. Without forcing that fluid out the body into the wings will never develop. And without developed wings, that butterfly can never fly. The moral of the story is life and flight are in the struggle. I love this quote right out of the book from Frederick Douglass, the great abolitionist. He said, "There is no progress without struggle. Those who profess to favor freedom and yet deprecate agitation are people who want crops without plowing up the ground. They want rain without thunder and lightning. They want the ocean without the awful roar of its waters. The struggle may be a moral one or a physical one, but it must be a struggle. Men may not get all they pay for in this world, but people will surely pay for all they get. We must do this by labor, by suffering, by sacrifice, by whatever it takes to keep going and not give up. And so I'm saying to all of you right now that as you go into this new part of your life, I'm excited about you. I celebrate you. I congratulate you. I appreciate you. But now it's time to motivate you and tell you, you got to go to the struggle. You got to dream outrageous dreams. You got to decide to leave negative people alone. Love them from afar. You don't have to get rid of them. Just leave them alone till you're successful. And then when you're successful, they'll say, oh, I saw it all along. So if they're negative, leave them alone. And then you got to you got to go to work. You got to fight for this. It's going to be a fight day and night. And you got to keep going without stopping and living your dream. I think about, I just got booked to do an event in a couple of weeks with my friend Les Brown. We were on a Get Motivated tour for a number of years. We traveled all over the world doing these big arenas, and we just got booked to do a virtual event in Australia. And I called him and I said, I'm doing a graduation on Sunday for my friend Paula Watts. Is it okay that I share your poem that you close your speeches with? But I think it's so appropriate as we look at the fact that you got to keep going. And how bad do you want it? He said, please share with them and tell them congratulations. There's a poem by Burton Brearley, and it simply reads, if you want a thing bad enough, to go out and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time, your peace, and your sleep for it. If all that you dream and scheme is about it, and life seems useless and worthless without it. If you gladly sweat for it and fret for it and lose all of your terror of the opposition for it. If you simply go after that thing that you want with all of your capacity, strength and sagacity, faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity. If neither cold, poverty, famine, nor gout, sickness nor pain of body and brain can keep you away from the thing that you want. If dogged and grim you besiege and beset it, with the help of Almighty God, you'll surely get it. I'm excited for your future. I'm excited for what you've accomplished thus far. And I look forward to seeing your name in Black Enterprise. I look forward to seeing your company promoted in Wall Street Journal. I look forward to seeing people talking about the next great entrepreneurial empire that's built from a GPI graduate. And I look forward to hearing set up systems, not just for the wealth of today, but creating generational wealth, so that your children's 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 great-grandchildren will know you came this way by the foundation that you built and that you left for them. That's what the great ones do. They understand that the Bible is true, that a good one, a good person, a good man or woman leaves an inheritance for their children's children's great-grandchildren. So I encourage everybody to go to winwithwillie.com. winwithwillie.com. Sign up for my newsletter. I send out a newsletter every week for entrepreneurs with tips from people from my XM show who talk about how to generate wealth and generational wealth. Now, I also send out a daily morning 1-minute message just to keep entrepreneurs fired up. I know the struggle. I know the challenge. I know the difficulties. And I know that you need constant and ongoing encouragement and motivation. So go to winwithwillie.com and get resources absolutely free that will help. And then if you want to get some of the other things, they'll be there for you. Well, remember that your best is yet to come. God bless you. Thank you for having me as your speaker. I celebrate you, congratulate you, and say,
yes.
Keep going. Amen. God bless you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Dr. Willie. Thank you for taking the time out here on Sunday for our graduates. I'm sure they received your message. So thank you. Thank you. All right. With that being said, we're going to go ahead and get into the list of graduates. Sherry, if you could please put your video up as we begin to introduce our graduates. And thank you, Sherry, for introducing me to Dr. Jolley. Again, it's all about relationships and connections. You need to unmute your phone, your computer, Sherry. Your computer's not, okay. Yes, can we hear you? Okay.
Yes, I was about to say, I've done something now connecting you two.
Yes, we're trying to take over here. What I would like for those that are present and provided their information, we're just going to introduce your name and your business and location. Can you please just show your video so we can put a face with your name of your business? So the first company we have is Terry Lawson Adams, out of the CEO and owner of Ellsworth Healthcare Staffing. And she's out of Decatur, Decatur, Georgia. Is Terry available? Are you online, Terry? If not, we're going to keep it moving so that we can. Okay, can we see your lovely face? And everyone else can mute. Yes.
Hello.
Yes. Hi, Terry. Congratulations.
Hi, how are you guys?
And thank you for completing the program successfully.
Thank you for everything.
And we look forward to you with great things, as Dr. Jolley has just stated. All right, Sheila Bennett, Essential Resource Management, out of Antelope, California. Are you around? Are you available, Sheila? Please show your face. And again, this is new for me, so I am testing this water as well. Sheila, are you around? If not, hi, Sheila, unmute yourself. Give us a shout from California. Unmute yourself.
Hi.
Congratulations.
Hi, this is Sheila from California. Thank you.
All right. You've completed the process. Congratulations. All of you will receive your certificate after the graduation. So thank you, and make something happen in California. All right.
I will.
Thank you. We have Alexandria Brazelton and Sandra Brazelton with Advanced Innovative Management Solutions out of Huntsville, Alabama. Can you please show your face? Okay. If not, we're going to keep moving and come back to you. Jashim Brown, Visions and Creations, LLC. Mr. Brown, he received his first contract last month. Congratulations. Jashim is from Peachtree, California. Can you show your face and just give the audience a shout out? Mr. Brown, we can't
thanks,
see
Paula.
Yes.
Can you hear me?
We can hear you, but we can't see you.
Yeah, having some video issues, so I'm trying to, but I'm not sure what's going on. Anyway, thanks, Paula. It's been a journey going through your class, and I appreciate all that you've taught and being able to apply it. So thanks.
Keep it going. All right,
Definitely.
we have Miss Butler out of Columbia, South Carolina. She's the CEO of Aries Management Solutions, LLC. Miss Butler, and congratulations on your completion of the program, and we hope you're going to take over South Carolina.
I'm going to do my best.
Okay, thank you. Congratulations. We have Darlene Saunders Banks. She's the CEO of Strategic Analysis Group, LLC, out of Atlanta, Georgia. We can't hear you, but we're glad to see you. And
Great.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay. We also now have Brandon Catron, Dynamic Management Services, LLC, out of Laurel, Maryland. Brandon, can you show your face if you're online?
Sorry, but it says that I've stopped. But anyhow, just want to thank you for all the support that you've given me, getting me started, getting me grounded, and I look forward to building bigger and better things. But thanks from the bottom of my heart.
All right. What I see right here is the Black Wall Street. We're going to keep it going, right? The new Black Wall Street. All right. I have D. Dawkins Hagler. Congratulations. Please show your face. DDH and Associates Consulting, doing business as Resurgence Management Solutions. D, can you show
Can you hear me? Thank you so much. It won't let me unmute my, it won't let me take my picture off, so.
Okay.
Thank you for everything.
All right, congratulations. Sherry, this is one of your students. The next one?
Yes, it is. One of my first students, Mr. Ron Davis with Telemetrics Consulting LLC out of Austell, Georgia. Ron, are you available for us to see your face?
Yes, it's saying that I can't start the video because the host has stopped it. But
okay, I didn't stop anybody. Let me put everybody's on there. Okay, go ahead. Let us see your face.
Okay, well, I got it up, but I just want to thank you, Paula, for your vision with starting this class, and want to thank you, Sherry, for being such a dynamic teacher. Looking forward to the future and what this is going to mean for not only me, my family, but actually for the community at large and the entrepreneurial community here in Atlanta. So thank you both so much, and really appreciate it. We're looking forward to great things.
All right, thank you. We have Leslie Deans, Ultra Care Professionals, LLC out of Carson, California. Leslie, can we see you? How are you? We can't see you.
I'm wonderful. How are you?
I am good.
It's saying you won't let me start also.
Okay, I'm not sure what I'm doing here, but I'm going to make sure that I want to see you all, because most of you, I've never seen your face. We've all did this virtually for the last, last 3 weeks. 6 months. Okay, but welcome. And we got 2 people from California, so we're hoping that you are going to continue to connect and make it happen.
Yes.
All right. This is a grassroots movement we got going on here. John Fitzgerald, are you online?
Yes, Ms. Paula, I'm here.
Okay.
I'm not sure if the video is showing, but
I'm not sure why it's not letting me show any of the videos.
Can you hear me? No?
Go ahead.
Well,
yes.
Thank you anyways. Thank you. You know, as you know, this has been definitely a journey for me and my family, but it's well worth it. Just thanks for all that you've done for us and continue to do for our community. Much appreciated.
Okay. Y'all just make it work. We have Melba Furlow Harrington out of Jacksonville, Florida. Vitality Business Solutions. Are you able to show your video or open up and say anything?
Having issues as well with video, but would like to say thank you so much. I've learned so much from you, and I'm ready to go get started and take over Florida.
Okay, take over Florida. I believe the next 2 are yours, Sherry.
Yes, ma'am. Mr. Dwayne Gordine from Blue Ribbon Builders Group Incorporated in Atlanta, Georgia. And also his partner, Mr. Calvin Mosley Jr., again with Blue Ribbon Builders Group Incorporated from Atlanta. If either or both of you could say something so that we might be able to see your video, please, and congratulations.
For sure. Hey, thank you both, Paula and Sherry, for giving us this platform to dream big. And so, you know, I went through the course, and it's very eye-opening for me that there was this type of resource that was out there. And so I'm glad to be a part of what you guys have put out there. And I'm looking for some very successful days ahead of us. So thank you so much.
Okay, very good. Thank you. We have Terry Smithers Harrison, Blue Management Solutions. Hold on, I'm sorry. That's Cheryl. I'm sorry, Cheryl Harris, Cogent Management Solutions, LLC, out of Ellenwood, Georgia. Hi, Cheryl.
Hi, everyone. Do you see me, Paula?
Yes, we can.
Hey, hello, and congratulations to everyone. Thank you, Paula, for this vision, and it's been a journey as well. I've been bidding on things and looking forward to winning my first contract, but you've given me the tools I need, and thank you for this program, and congratulations again to everybody.
Okay, very good. Terry Smithers Harrison.
Hello, everybody. Yeah, thank you.
Management Group, Richmond, Virginia.
Yay, Richmond, yeah. Thank you. I really have enjoyed this class. I'm looking forward to actually getting my first contract. And thank you, Paula, for everything. And I'm looking forward to working with maybe some of you one day.
Okay, very good. This is one big contract I see online. Michael Heagley, Bristol Management and Consulting out of Greensboro, North Carolina.
Well, I just wanted to re-echo everyone was saying. Thank you, Paula. It was a wealth of great information. Actually, we had planted some seeds, but nothing came out yet, but we'll continue to try. But thank you for the opportunity.
Okay, you're welcome. Sherry, the next one's yours.
Yes, I have Veronica, CEOs Veronica and Johnny Johnson with Building Branches Incorporated, again out of Austell, Georgia. Congratulations, and if either or both of you are around, please speak up so that we can see you and congratulate you.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Veronica Johnson with Building Branches Incorporated. I have gained a wealth of information through the class. I've been in business for quite a while, but the government contracting is just fabulous and will take me into my next step. I wanted to learn for, into retirement. So thank you so much. My sister introduced me to it. So my sister LaShawn and I will be taking over the world in a couple of months. As soon as I get myself on track, I'm running behind, getting the son out of high school. But thank you to you, Paula and Sherry. I really, really enjoyed the class. You have been so helpful. Thank you.
Okay, congratulations. Dr. Chris Michelle Jones, International Consulting Solutions out of Atlanta, Georgia. Unmute your phone. The computer, yes.
Okay, great. I don't know if you can see me or not, but I
Yes.
just want to say, Paula, thank you so much for all of us, because I believe this particular class has been groundbreaking, at least for me, and it is a game changer. And if it wasn't for you at this time, I would not have all of the tools that I have right now to go on and take over this contracting business. So,
all right, Wakanda forever, huh?
That's right, Wakanda.
All right, Deborah Jones out of Houston, Texas, CEO of Horizon Innovative Solutions, LLC.
All right, congratulations to all the graduates, and thank you again, Ms. Paula. Look forward to collaborating with many of you. And if I had one, I would take my tassel and move it to the other side.
All right, thank you. LaShawn Lawson, Total Global Solutions, LLC, Bowie, Maryland.
Yes, hello everyone. I don't know if anybody can see me. Paula, can you see me?
I'm not sure what's going on with my cameras, but go ahead.
Okay, no problem. Yep, thank you so much for the GPI experience. It was incredible. I am here in the DC metro area, so before COVID, I was going down to agencies almost every week, but the virtual thing has been working as well. Congratulations to everyone, and I am looking forward to my first contract really soon.
Okay. All right, thank you. Michael Moss, CEO, Instinctive Solutions, Atlanta, Georgia.
Hey, everybody, all CEOs. Thank you, Ms. Paula, for
everything that you've input into me and my wife, who is taking care of our kids at the moment. But yeah, we actually have about 3 things in the hopper right now. Hopefully we hear something soon so we can give you some good news in the next week or 2. So
okay.
again, I appreciate it, and best of luck to all the CEOs.
Thank you. All right. Hazel Parker, Parker Institute of Excellence, Orangeburg, South Carolina.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you, Ms. Paula, for all the hard work you put into that and for all the information you shared. It's been a wonderful but hard experience. You worked as hard, but we learned a lot. And I think that the information that you shared will definitely help all of us in the future with the contracting. We are working on, I'm working on with a couple of people that was actually in our class on some things, and we're moving forward. Thanks a lot.
Very good. Very good. Thank you. Shamitra Richmond, National Integrated Strategic Solutions, Houston, Texas. Are you online? I'm not sure if she's online. Ms. Sherry, if you can pick up the next one.
All righty, we have Lisa Robinson with Blackstone Management Group, LLC in Lawrenceville, Georgia. Congratulations, Lisa. May we see your face.
Unmute your phone, Lisa. Unmute the computer. Yes.
Okay. Can you all hear me now?
Yes, and we can see you.
Okay, good. Thanks, Sherry. I really appreciate your guidance and your facilitation. I learned a great deal. I came in very nervous about getting into something new and endeavoring to a new area, but with your help and guidance, I think I can do very well. I'll be going along this ride with my husband, Ron, who's not with me right now, but thank you so very much. And Blackstone is going to start bidding and getting out there and taking over the Lawrenceville area and some other areas in Atlanta. Thanks.
Okay. Very good. Sabria Scott, are you online from Savannah, Georgia? Scott Management and Consulting Group.
I cannot share my video for some odd reason as well. But Paula, I want to thank you for your help. I look forward to my new journey in government contracting and all the knowledge. And I also look forward to the knowledge that I'll be gaining from your upcoming classes and also your conferences. So I appreciate you, and I'm excited.
Okay, thank you. Congratulations. Gwen Smith, Confidence in Motions Management Solutions, McDonough, Georgia. She has to be the superstar. I'm going to give her the gold. She's won 6 contracts in a year. So there's no excuse. So everyone else, you all have to catch up to her. All right? I'm challenging you all. Gwen?
Can you see me, Miss Paula?
Let me try to see. Yes, we can see you.
You can. Okay. Hello, everyone. Congratulations. Well, thank you, Miss Paula. You know, just for creating GPI platform, it's been amazing. I couldn't have done this without you. Your expertise, your mentorship has been amazing. And yes, I won 6 contracts within my first year. And out of that, we also created the boot camp. Actually, I had 5 contracts, I think, when we started the boot camp. And after the boot camp, I got so inspired by it, I won my 6th contract. Okay. So thank you. I couldn't have done that without you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And congratulations. Keep it moving. She already said she's trying to catch up with Stacy. All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Sherry, I believe the next person is yours.
Yes, ma'am. Chandra and Robert Stevens, with Priority One Management and Business Solutions, LLC in Atlanta, Georgia. If you are here, would you please let us see your face? And congratulations.
Hello, everyone.
Hi, this is Shan and Robert. Paula, we can't share our video. Something's happening. And obviously, too, when you're seeing stuff on your end, we can't see it. You can see people, but we can't see them. There's Robert. Okay, at least Robert got in.
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay. But we want to thank you both, first of all, for being role models of entrepreneurship. I mean, you're inspiring just in and of yourself by the concept, the business concept that you actually produce for us and to help us. So you're a role model in and of yourself. Sherry, thank you for your excellence in instructing. We come from similar backgrounds, so I wouldn't say it if I didn't believe it. You're an excellent instructor. Thank you both. Robert, do you have anything to say?
Oh yeah, just piggyback off you. Thank you very much, both Paula and Sherry. And Sherry, you're an excellent instructor. You made it bearable for me because I'm hard to sit still. Thank you so much.
And thank you guys. Congratulations and make it work. I believe Terrence just sent me an email. He just said he had a family emergency and may not be able to participate. We have Eric Walker, CEO, CNR Restoration Group out of Madonna, Georgia.
Hello, everyone, and congratulations to all the graduates. Ms. Paula, you know how I feel about you. You're way up there in the air with me. I appreciate everything that you've done. I talked to you, 6 years ago when you were at the SBA, and I finally decided to take the class, and it was an amazing class. It was hard, and it took some time to get used to because I've been in business for a little bit, to transform and to modify and to take the lessons that you've taught us and move forward. We've probably got about 4 or 5 bids out right now. And as you know, I'm on the facility side, but we're also, Charles and I have been partnering and bidding on several PPE contracts. So I'm also looking on the product side now as well. So I want to say, everyone, congratulations. I wish you all the best for you and your family and your businesses moving forward.
Okay, thank you. Congratulations.
In this new climate that we're in right now.
Okay, thank you. And then we have Tony Webb, a global business management group, Madonna, Georgia. Tony, are you online?
Yes, I am. Hi. I just want to say thank you for everything, all your help, all your support. I finally submitted my first contract about 2 weeks ago, so I'm waiting to hear back to see, I guess for me, the first thing was just to do it.
Yes.
And here, like what's going to happen? I don't know. I'm like they're going to eat me up or something. I don't know. But anyway, I finally did it, and I'm just waiting to hear back. Now I know that fear is gone, and I can move forward to submit more. Thank you for all your help.
Very good, very good. All right, thank you, and congratulations to all our graduates. I am going to introduce a sister friend of mine that I met doing my first business, Miss Jewel Diamond Taylor. Jewel, are you online? And if everyone can mute their video and we can just focus on Jewel, I'd appreciate it. Jewel has walked with me, sat with me, loved me through that first business and kept me going, kept me motivated and encouraging me and always making sure that I was on point and I wouldn't get lost through all of the heartaches, the loss of the business, loss of my father. And her whole gift is motivating people. I can't say more. I can't say enough about her. I love you, my sister, and I'm going to turn it over to you. If you can close with a closing note for our graduates. I appreciate you.
Okay, honey. Am I on?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Paula, I'm over here about to cry because I am so proud of you, hearing everybody's feedback, hearing their gratitude, hearing their joy, hearing their determination, hearing their enthusiasm. It's exactly what you wanted to do. And I know Watt Daddy is looking down and just so proud of you. as I am. And thank you so much for allowing me to be a part of this graduation. Just hearing everybody's name, hearing the names of their businesses, so creative. You are definitely a grassroots movement. And in this interesting time of history, it is needed more than ever. And I want to congratulate each and every one of you. I wanted to write down everybody's name and say their name, but I don't want to use up the time that way. I just want to say congratulations to all of you for sticking with it, for enduring, getting out of your comfort zone. Many of you probably felt intimidated. Many of you are juggling family and job, and yet you still persevered. Yes, you completed. You are a finisher. You kept the main thing the main thing. And we must always know that every time we reach a milestone, that's not the end. We have to keep persevering. We have to continue being innovative. We have to continue knowing that the road to success is always under construction. And when I think about the road, I think about, the highways. There's what they call the diamond lane. And I always like to kiddingly say that it's named after me. But the concept of the diamond lane is that those that collaborate together move faster than those who are traveling alone. And so you are in the diamond lane with GPI, with Paula and Sherry. You are going to move faster because you are willing to collaborate. You are willing to be a part of a team effort. There is enough out there for everybody. And so we want to reinforce the concept of collaboration, not competition. There is enough. And know that you are changing the generational tree of wealth in your family. The family tree is shifting and will bear fruit for generations to come because of the seeds that you have planted. So you must feel really good about that you are changing the trajectory of your life financially, personally, professionally, and yes, even culturally. You are changing the trajectory. So please remember to lift up your head. And when you have those moments when you feel like, it's just too much, know that you are closing the achievement gap. Know that you are a finisher and not a quitter. Don't quit because you're alone. Don't quit because it gets tough. Don't quit because you're out of your comfort zone. Don't quit because you're mad, and don't quit because you get sad. Don't quit because no one seems to help you, and don't quit because it's taking so long. It's so easy for us to want to quit. We want to quit sometimes because we don't know if the reward will come. We want to quit because we feel like maybe it's too late for me. Maybe I'm too old. Maybe I'm not smart enough. But don't quit. I want you to stick with it. And success will certainly be yours. In fact, you've already achieved success just by completing and getting this certificate. And the word certificate comes from the root word. It means certain. So it is certain. It is in concrete. It is a sure thing that you are a finisher. It is a certain thing. It is a fact of truth that you have been qualified to pursue those contracts, and that you're going to continue to overcome any intimidation, any distractions. You're going to walk in your power as a CEO. You're going to continue to stay close to people like Paula and Sherry, because the wealth of knowledge that they have is infinite. What I admire about Paula, since I've known her since the genesis of this, is that she is generous. She has a bottomless well. She is passionate about you winning. And that is rare to find people that are sincerely and authentically on your side. And as she has been teaching you how to be a minority supplier, teaching you about capability statements, teaching you about the rule of two and set-asides, there was a lot you had to learn, and you did it. So you want to stay connected. You want to stay encouraged. You want to continue seeking the knowledge. There's so much out there. And unfortunately, we miss a lot of the treasures because we give up too soon, or no one is willing to share with us the information as Paula has. When I think back 35, 40 years ago, when I was working for Hughes Aircraft, when I was working for General Dynamics, I had no clue that they were a government contract. I just went to work every day, a young girl in my 20s and 30s, just all I was focusing on was getting my paycheck every Friday. I had no clue about the dynamics of what it meant to be a government contractor, about taxes. I didn't understand all of that. And so for Paula to show up in our lives, to break it down, to help you get in the game, come on, somebody. What an amazing gift. What an amazing opportunity to get in the game, to change the generational wealth of your family, to be an entrepreneur. And I refer to myself as an entrepreneur. It could be a lonely journey at times, but when you create your tribe, when you create your collaborative team.
It's okay. It's at the end. She's doing a closing remark.
Hold on.
Am I still on, Paula?
Yes, you are. Someone needs to mute their phone.
Okay. I couldn't see anything, so I didn't know. But yeah, it just excites me to see the fruit that you are bearing, to hear you read off every single name from different states that found you, Paula, that found GPI because you were blowing your horn for years. I want to do this. I want to help. I want to give. I want to teach. I want to inspire. I want to change people's lives. And you are doing it. And so these are your children, Paula. This is your legacy, Paula. This is what Daddy wanted you to do, Paula. And he is living through you, and they will live through you and their children's children, because in this interesting time that we're living in, what we're crying out for is to end the disparity of economic troubles, to get on an equal playing field, to get in the game, and to let people know you don't always have to work for somebody else. It is for some people. For those of you that have been graduates of GPI, there's something in your spirit that says, you know what, I want to work for myself. There is so much wealth out there, so many opportunities out there. And when you are able to tap into what GPI is teaching you, don't you dare stop. The enemy is mad that you didn't give up. The haters are disappointed you didn't give up. But I tell you, pat yourself on the back that you did it, and stay in the game. Stay close. Keep ear hustling from Paula. I know she used to try to tell me a lot of things, and I dragged my feet, but I forgave myself because I realized I was on another trajectory, and it's okay. But I realized, like, oh my gosh, she is so generous. She is so passionate. And so to see the names of graduates is so inspiring, to know that you have a great future lying ahead of you. And I know the waiting game for your bids to come through, being in the hopper and wondering when the emails are going to come through. Just keep praying, just keep staying, just keep holding on, just keep reviewing your notes, keep making those phone calls, keep sending out those emails, keep doing the research. Visualize that phone call that you're going to get one day. Visualize that email coming through. Look at your vision board, open up the Word of God, do whatever you need to do to stay optimistic, to stay persevering, because the minute you start to waver, the minute you start to question yourself, the enemy is able to have some access to you and to discourage you. You must encourage yourself. You must know whose shoulders you stand on, who went through so much more than we could ever imagine, and yet they lived and died that we would see what we are seeing now. Even though what we're seeing in the media is painful to watch, just magnify that 1,000 million times and know what they endured. We're going to get through this, but we're going to get through this by being economically strong. We're going to get through this by people like you that have set up your businesses to get in the game, to have access to those contracts, to blow up. Come on, somebody. Yes, That's what it's all about. So just like I did 35 years ago, I used to play act what it was going to be like to hear someone call me and say, we want Jewel Diamond Taylor to come and speak. I used to role play that was going to happen, and then it started happening. And over the 35 years, I've been able to speak and invited to speak and paid to speak in 35 of the 50 states, internationally in Brazil, London, Jamaica, South Africa, Cancun, the Virgin Islands, Turks and Caicos. But in the beginning, like where you are now, in the beginning, I kept my mind stayed on the prize. I kept the main thing, the main thing. I sacrificed a certain type of a lifestyle. I stayed focused and I separated myself from the dream killers. I stayed focused and I role played in my mind. I prayed, I did my affirmations, I did vision boards, I read, I studied, I connected myself to other people like Paula who have visions, because it is contagious, the company that you keep. You must stay in the company of dreamers, of builders, of visionaries, of go-getters. You must stay connected to them because it will rub off on you. It is a wonderful virus to get when you are connected to people like Paula. And you will find that one day you'll say, oh my God, one day you're going to send yourself a postcard or a letter and you're going to say, thank you for not giving up on me. I had to do that to myself. Thank you, Jewel. You did not give up. I want to know in my spirit that each and every one of you will move forward. You will progress. You will get your bids in. Your bank accounts are going to blow up. Your family generational tree is going to prosper. And you will know a life that you never thought was possible because you did your due diligence. We stand on the shoulders of people who sang songs like Wade in the Water, Steal Away, Oh Mary, Don't You Weep. We stand on the shoulders of people who sang songs like Amazing Grace and I Don't Feel No Ways Tired. I'm climbing up the rough side of the mountain. We shall overcome. And then in modern times, we're singing songs like If it had not been for the Lord on my side, he saw the best in me. It's God in me. God favored me. Lean on me. And even James Brown said, just open up the door and I'll get it myself. Well, I'm so glad that Paula has keyed up one of my favorite songs that I close out my conferences with, my retreats with, because music is so much a part of my life and so much a part of our history and our culture, and music energizes me. So I want you guys to get your hands ready to clap. I want you to stop your feet. I want you to put a smile on your face, and I want you to say collectively, ain't no stopping me now.
All right. Thank you, Jewel. We're going to start with Ain't No Stopping Us Now. I've sent the video to everyone. The link, so everybody needs to start and sing along. All right, let's get with it.
Let's have our GPI celebration.
Hey, we're on the move. All right now, yeah. Let the party begin. Ain't no stopping us now.
We're on the move.
Hold on. There's been so many things that's held us down. What, y'all?
Electric
long way to go. But I don't know.
Hold us back. Don't pass us together.
No, you refuse to be held down anymore.
Yeah.
Don't you let nothing standing in your way. I want y'all to listen. Every word I say, every word I say. Don't stop now. We're on the move. Moving, grooving, moving. No stopping now. Got me
Got the groove.
Ain't no stopping us now. We're on the move. Oh, I know. Ain't no stopping us now. We got the groove. Oh, yeah. Said there was no someone that had a negative vibe. They only push you aside. You have nowhere to go. Ask them where they going, but they don't know.
Don't know.
Won't let nothing hold us back. Don't push us together.
So polish our act down.
If you ever been held down before, I know you used to be held down before. Don't you let nothing know. Let me hear y'all. Yeah. I want y'all to listen.
Ain't no stopping us now. We're on the
Paula?
Ain't no all right. That was a party. Yeah.
That's like a GPI party.
All right. This is our GPI parties. This is how we do it. So in closing, you all take this and win some contracts. This is the last quarter. Take what you've learned and let's create some millionaires. Let's have some generational wealth going on here, all right? Amen. And thank you guys for your support and make it work. All right.
Bye. Take care, everybody. Good luck.
Bye, Miss Paula. Thank you for everything.
Thank you, Paula.
Thank you. Bye, Sherry. Bye, Sherry.
Thanks, Paula.
Thank you. That was awesome.